What is a median home really? Where is the middle of the road? Where does it exist? What does it look like? That is what I want to look at in today's video. I talk a lot about median home prices, average sometimes, but median we mention a lot when doing the market update and stats in other ways. And so today I want to look at what that median home in the Denver metro actually is. Right now we are right at $650,000 for the median home price. That's what it is based on the most recent market data. So I have pulled up 4 listings across the Denver metro that are listed for exactly $650,000. This is the precise point where the median home price falls. And so to give you an idea of what is the actual middle of the road thing in Denver, Colorado, or the Denver metro, I want to look at that because a lot of the time we talk about home prices. Oh, they're so much higher. They are lower than other areas, but they have remained relatively high. So if you're going to go put down money on the middle of the road home in the Denver metro, what's it going to look like? We're going to start here in Littleton, and then we're going to work our way across. So we got one in Littleton, couple in Denver, different Denver neighborhoods for a different look, and then one out here in Aurora. So sort of spanning the gamut. So let us get started in Littleton. 6259 South Fenton Court, currently listed by Coldwell Banker. If we pull up the map again, you'll see this is sort of central Littleton, not way over here to the west, but not downtown Littleton bleeding into Centennial either. It's in the Leawood neighborhood. Let's start with stats. 2,400 square feet. That's 1,200 above, 1,200 below. So it's a ranch with a basement. 4 beds, 3 baths. 8 days on market right at $650,000. Older home built in 1973. Let us take a look. So you'll see, not terribly out of date, but not terribly updated either. It's got some either engineered wood flooring or some nicer LVP. So it does have some updates. If we come around to the kitchen, this has had a refresh sometime in the last decade or two. Granite countertops. Don't see those being put in a lot lately, but stainless appliances looks to be in good shape. I'm going to say this is probably virtually staged, but I'm not sure. Anyway, a lot of beige. Bathroom with a closet system there. Kind of awkward layout, honestly, but overall 4 bed, 3 bath, 2,000 to 2,500 square feet. Nice big backyard. Carpet in the basement. A lot of living space down there too. So that one's going to be a non-conforming bedroom if it is a bedroom. It's hard to tell via the pictures. Anyway, so not real updated, but not super out of date either. Nice big backyard. This is what you get in Old Littleton. So suburban area, desirable area, middle of the road home price. Here we go. And next we're moving up into Denver proper, and we're going to look at Platt Park. So this is the most central, most high dollar neighborhood here in this little study. Median prices in Platt Park are closer to $800, but we're going to look at this listing on the north, let's say northeast side, 1025 East Iowa Avenue. This is listed by Compass, 91 days on the market. Okay, older home built in 1921. They started higher at $625. Now they're right at the median, $650. Much smaller, 1,700 square feet. That's 800 above, 800 below. So that's what you're seeing here. We're getting into a prime premium neighborhood, much less living space, especially less above grade living space, which is the gold standard. 3 beds and 2 baths. So they're packing a lot into a little home. Small lot, 3,100 square feet. So let's take a look. Looks nicely done. Here you have it. Kind of awkward, old brick home. Charming, definitely. Just the way that it's situated. It looks like the garage, 2-car garage was added in some point after the fact, which many of them are. You have old hardwood in here. You do have the charm. It looks like they've updated to a heat pump mini split system for cooling at least. Smaller kitchen, kind of a funky layout. What you see in a lot of these old homes that don't have a lot of space, they are doing their best to maximize the space. That's what seems to be happening here. Tile countertops, does have stainless appliances. Some nice built-ins, which you see in these neighborhoods. Arches, some architectural features outside and in. The wood floors, so much older home. Feels like an older home, but does have some updates, particularly this bathroom here. This is a recent renovation, some sort of sunroom, and then we go down to the basement. So yep, what you see in a lot of these basements, low ceilings, some exposed plumbing, probably an LVP down there. Looks like a fireplace that is still active. It's got to be at least 1 bedroom down here, and I don't think it's conforming, so non-conforming bedroom. Here's a look at it too. It's not bad. It's got some curb appeal, and then a little backyard, just a little patch, a little room for grass, a nice little deck, place to hang out. So in a Denver neighborhood like Platt Park, yes, you can get the median home price. Smaller home, different layout, not quite as functional, but very walkable, very in the middle of things, small lot, small backyard. Okay, and then we're gonna keep moving east. So from Platt Park, we're not gonna go too far, but we're gonna go to a different Denver neighborhood. So Virginia Village. You know Virginia Village, you know, not a bad neighborhood, not as desirable, not as high dollar as Platt Park. Median home price in Virginia Village is closer to the Denver median home price, $650. Let's see what you get. 6320 East Asbury Avenue, 61 days on market, listed by Remax. It's a tri-level in Virginia Village, so you see that commonly. Lots of split level, multi-level, tri-levels, 1,800 square feet, and they're calling that all above grade, 3-bed, 3 baths. This was built in 1962. 1-car garage, 7,000 square foot lot, so basically a little over twice as big as the one in Platt Park. Okay, let's go through it. It looks nice. Coming in, here we go. Yes, we got natural hardwood. We have more of an open floor plan, more usable space than the last one for sure. So you're sacrificing location for more space, some more updates. Kitchen could use a refresh, like many of them could. Gas cooktop, I like that. Keep going through here. Again, granite on the countertop. So again, this is what we're seeing at the median home price. Not super updated, but not super out of date either. Kind of right in the middle. Go down one level. We are still above grade here. Great to see. We got some hardwood in the primary bedroom. Seems to be ensuite bath. Keep going. These tri-levels are hard to tell where you wind up. This must be all the way downstairs. I don't quite know. 1-car garage and a nice backyard with the awning. A good place to hang out. Nice and private. You love to see it. This right here is one of the better representations of the median home in Denver to me. You get enough space. It's not a ton. You're in a neighborhood that is adjacent to some commercial, but it is still very much a Denver neighborhood. Not super walkable. There's not as much to do on this side of town as there is Platt Park, but you get more space and it's a little more functional. Okay, and then finally, we're gonna go out to the other side of town. So we started over here in Littleton, southwest suburbs. We're gonna go more all the way out east, really on the way to the airport, on the way to Watkins. A lot of new development is happening out on this side of town, over here on Aurora. Aurora, we've talked a lot about. It's huge. There's so many different parts. This is a newer part. There's a lot of newer parts kind of going north to south along this 470 corridor here. So we're just gonna take a look at one of them listed at $650. So what you're gonna see is if you move out this far, you can get a lot more space for your money, which should be surprising. This one's been on the market 102 days, listed by CHR, Colorado Home Realty, 2013 build, so newer home, 3,400 square feet. That's 2,300 above, 1,000 below, 4-bed, 4-bath. Let's take a look. And yes, you have a picture of suburban life, not brand new, but a newer build. Nice big backyard. The trees are not super mature yet because it's not a mature neighborhood yet. You know, a lot of these, probably the whole thing was built around 2013. So you have some trees, but you're getting a ton of sun. And then, yeah, this looks like a 2013 kitchen. It's got granite there too. Granite and wood seem to be themes here. It is nice. It's everything most families could need. It might not have the charm of some that we saw before, but this is still the median home price, and you're getting a lot more home than the median sized home because you are out so far out here in Aurora, getting a little outdated on some of this. So you're not getting those brand new remodels all fresh and shiny at the median. And then this is interesting to me. I sure hope they're not calling this a bedroom. I don't believe they are, but okay. That's the basement, unfinished basement, which is fine. What are they saying? I'm checking. No, they're not calling it a bedroom. Thank you. Okay. All the bedrooms are upstairs. But look at this, plenty of outdoor space. They even got a garden out there. You don't see a lot of gardens in the suburbs, which is great. Big lot, big patio, lots of sun. We got the floor plan here. I mean, this is just a picture of Americana. It is a nicely appointed box in the suburbs. This is what you can get for the median home price if you're willing to go out a little bit. Of course, I should say, Sam Newman, if you don't know, I run a real estate team here in the Denver Metro. We would love to be your go-to resource for anything residential real estate. Please do reach out. There is a link below in the description. Next, I think I'm going to do either most expensive or least expensive homes in Denver. That might be fun. As always, if there's any thoughts you have, weigh in down below. Otherwise, love you. We'll talk soon.